Good morning, my students. How are you today? Today we are going to start with a new lesson, which is Chapter 2, Lesson 2, Perpendicular Straight Lines. But in our session today, we are not going to talk only about the perpendicular straight lines. We are going to talk about all the kinds of lines. Let's start. As you see in this picture, we have three kinds of lines. This is the first kind, which is the intersecting lines. As you see, these two lines intersect at one specific point. And here, as you see, these two lines, they do not intersect at all. We call them two parallel lines because they do not intersect at all. This is the third kind of lines. These lines are called perpendicular because they intersect at one point, but they make a right angle here. As you see, there is a right angle. We are going to talk more about it later. We will talk now about the intersecting lines. As you see in this picture, we have two intersecting lines. They intersect in one point. This is the point of intersection of these two lines. Also here we have two lines. Also they intersect at a point here which is called the point of intersection. So let's read the definition of intersecting lines. Intersecting lines cross each other in a specific point. We have in this picture some examples of intersecting lines. Here we have two roads that they intersect with each other. We have two rulers intersecting with each other. Also, we have two pencils that they intersect with each other. This is concerning the intersecting lines. Now we are going to talk about the perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines are two lines that intersect at 90 degrees angle. What does this mean? It means that when we have two lines that they intersect with each other and make a right angle, you see the small box here indicate that this angle is right or it's 90 degrees. When we have two lines that intersect with each other and make a 90 degrees angle or a right angle, we call them perpendicular lines. We have another example here. Also, we have two semi-straight lines that they intersect at one point and they make a right angle, so we call them perpendicular. To check if two angles are perpendicular or no, we use this ruler. This ruler is called a set square. The set square helps me to know if two lines are perpendicular or no. As you see here, the base of the set square, I put it on the line, and the other side of the set square must pass on the other line. If they do like this, then there we have a right angle, then the two lines are perpendicular. See the other example here. The base of the set square is on the first line, but here the other side of the set square is not on the other line, so these two lines are not called perpendicular, but they are only intersecting. They do not make a right angle. We will talk more about right angles later, not in this session. Here we have some examples of right angles. The lamp of the street, as you see, here we have perpendicular lines, two perpendicular lines. Also the board, we have right angle here and two perpendicular lines. Here in the book, we have a right angle, two perpendicular lines. As we said, we use the set square to know if two lines are perpendicular or no. We have many examples in the class of perpendicular lines. We have the door, we have the window, we have the boards, many examples. Now concerning the parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that they never intersect. They are always at the same distance apart. As you see here, we have two lines that they do not intersect at all. They have the same distance. Here the distance here is the same as the distance here. So I call them parallel lines. Also here we have two vertical parallel lines. We have some examples of parallel lines. The electric wires, see they are parallel, they do not intersect. We have the pencils here, they are parallel. We have the skiing tools also in this picture are parallel. So let's summarize what we said today. We said that we have three kinds of lines. We have the intersecting lines, we have the perpendicular lines, which is the main title of our new lesson that we will take later, and we have the parallel lines. I wish you've enjoyed our lesson. Stay safe and see you soon. Goodbye.